After a 29-3 regular season that included a fantastic run in capturing the MIAA Conference Tournament Championship 2 weeks ago in St. Joe, UNK volleyball team is hosting the North Central Regional, the NCAA volleyball tournament, for the first time in 6 years. This week I had a chance to talk to head coach Rick Squiers, and he says it's nice to be at home.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful facility, and it's going to be a nice setup. And, folks will come out for all the matches. And, there's just some volleyball junkies around here that are going to want to come and see the game played at a high level. And there's no region any deeper than the Central region, so all the matches will be hard fought, and you're going to see some unbelievable athletes. So, sure, we've been north plenty of times. We've been other places as well, and you're always happy to go somewhere, but never any happier to play here in the Health and Sports Center.
Are you glad you weren't on the committee this year trying to figure out the seeds of this thing? I mean, this is ridiculous. 6 of the 8 teams in this tournament ranked in the top 10 and 7 ranked overall. Yeah,
absolutely. I've been on that committee, and I think it's a 2-year appointment maybe, or maybe it's 3, but it's never easy. And, I think there was maybe 1 year where we kind of caught a break and, it was pretty clean after the top 7, but most years it's just really a mess. And I'm sure this year was no different. Once you got down a few notches and people were fighting for the, 5th, 6th, and 7th spot, it was a mess. And there's no right answers. Good teams, deserving teams, are not playing in the tournament. I've been on my soapbox with that for going on decades, and it doesn't seem to matter, and I know some other coaches have as well. So I thought the committee did about as well as you can do. The fact that we've got 4 teams from the MIAA, I think, is an indication of how deep our league is right now, and you could certainly have made an argument for a 5th or a 6th, and I'm sure the Northern Sun feels like, they could have easily had another 2 or 3 teams in as well. And then you've got Ouachita Baptist for sure, who had an unbelievable season, won their regular season, gets bumped 17-15 in the 5th in their tournament, and in this region you don't get in. So that's not good. So we're thankful to be in, and at the same time, how hard it's going to be when you start playing.
Your team, I thought, really found a different gear down in St. Joe. This is the way it works. You have the conference tournament, then a week off. How do you get the Lopers to play at that level again? Because you were pretty good in the conference tournament.
Yeah, I mean, when you play like that, you'd like to maybe have one day off and then let's go play again. And, I think all of the teams that won their conference tournaments would probably say the same thing. You're kind of on a hot streak, and in our case, we played really well. We played clean. We didn't err. We blocked well. We served tough. We were able to score in multiple positions, and we could have played with anybody in the country those 2 days. So the challenge definitely is, how do you get a little bit of rest over the break? How do you kind of get things restarted? How do you hit the ground running? I don't know that I have an answer for that. We're going to do the best we can to try to blend training and preparing for our first opponent, which is a good, solid team, to just, tell them just to go play volleyball. So it's a blend of all of that, and you're never quite sure how it's all going to go down. But I think, again, the fact that we're at home gives you a little bit bigger margin for error because it's slightly different. I mean, it's still volleyball, and I know all the teams will talk about, you still just got to go do all the things that got you here. But for sure in the early going, there's always a little bit different feel to playing in the NCAA tournament. And so we got to manage that and try to get some momentum and get our crowd behind us. And I think if we can get it rolling, we got a pretty good chance to go make something happen.
That was UNK head coach Rick Squiers. The Lopers will have the last match of the day. That is set for tomorrow night at 7 as they square off against Oklahoma Baptist. Tickets can be purchased online at lopers.com, or those can be purchased at the door. And if you can't make it out, Of course, we will bring you the match on 93.1 The River and 106.9 in Kearney. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jayson Jorgensen.